I learned that this mountain lives up to its myth, that it is really, really difficult. You have to get really, really lucky. And we could try for a long, long time. And a lot of people have been trying for a long, long time. And most people fail, and there's a reason why. And it wouldn't be special if it didn't have some failure like that. Mount St. Elias, it's a beast. And it's just got this like legend and aura to it. It's a 18,000 foot mountain set in a national park that's bigger than Switzerland. The amount of information about it is like absolutely minimal. People don't even know how many people have climbed it. And it's really hard to figure out like what has ever gone on that mountain. There's this feeling of impending doom because there's a big storm coming in and we're heading out into the mountains, which is always something that is makes your heart flutter a little bit, but I think that's par for the course on this mountain.
I am exploding my gear and staring at it, and then I move one little thing and then I stare at it again, make sure it's still all there, and think about where I'm gonna move each piece, stare at it again. Eventually, all of this will fit into this bag, in theory. Mount St. Elias is, to me, this mythical peak. It's really rooted in disaster and horror, sprinkled with a little bit of glory on the top, and it's those couple of stories of success and glory that have drawn us here.
It's a hard place to get pictures of current conditions or find out beta. Like, it's really seen very little traffic if you compare it to a lot of the other places that you spend time skiing. I mean, as far as people skiing Mount St. Elias, I really only know of like 2, maybe 3 groups that have gone there with that as their objective, to like ski from the top to the bottom. All of them found success in various ways, which I think is one of the things about going to a mountain like that, is like redefining your concept of success.
Down to the wire when your nerves are just fucking redlining right now. On the verge of a panic attack.
Cody, nice to meet you, Paul.
It looks like a bit of a storm is coming this weekend.
Just settling in here at base camp. Got some beautiful weather, so taking advantage of it so we can really buff this place out and settle in, get comfortable.
Well, it's kind of like our first day waking up in the mountains. I think we're gonna go for a bit of a walk and probably go to the Hayden Cove to check out the route there.
We are booting up, taking the first little stroll outside of camp. Gonna try to see what this ridge is all about, get a visual of the Hayden Peak face, and just slowly get a lay of the land.
We're gonna go up to about here today, maybe. We'll see. So what's in front of us is Hayden Peak, and you can't go over it. You kind of gotta cross underneath it. And according to Paul, he believes that to be the single most dangerous part on this mountain.
The whole time you're on these big avalanche-prone slopes, and there's an ice fall below you, so you're exposed below you. You're exposed above you to avalanche terrain, and then add to that, you have seracs above you too. So it's kind of just a perfect little piece of terrain to throw a bunch of stuff your way.
Well, I'm glad we don't have to go under something like that every Monday. That would suck.
We are at the Hayden Cove. Dan punched us a beautiful line across, and now we're right at the base of the first pitch, right up to 13 Chow. Basically, every step further along the mountain, you're getting this whole new vantage and perspective of the peak. And really psyched we made this little amount of progress, and just got to keep chipping away bit by bit.
Yikes.
Now we begin the 30,000 step program. It's almost like the more you move around on that mountain, the bigger it feels, the bigger it grows. It became clear really quickly that this mountain is going to take a lot of work and a lot of problem solving to figure it out.
You can isolate it all, but upon... Yeah, it's pretty clean. That upper section, that's gonna be dicey. It's keep it conservative. Got such a good guide chart. Wasn't terrible.
No. First turns mid-mountain. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Wasn't so bad. Hey, Nick. We did it. We skied Mount St. Elias.
It's the slow intro to the St. Elias weather. We'll see how it turns on throughout the night tonight, and check back in with you if we're still having fun. No, I was kind of excited hearing that the first big storm was coming. We had these badass tents, and looking forward to seeing what they're made of.
storm! It was violent and windy, and the tents were shaking like mad. That's what's kind of crazy about this mountain, is I think that was a mellow storm we went through. So we woke up this morning and his plan was to load up heavy packs, 3 days of food, overnight gear, head up to the top of the big hump, as we're calling it, at 13. But we have the first anomaly with it, and as you can see behind me, there's a massive cloud cap, some pretty high winds. So now we're just kind of trying to go through our options. In order to do this mountain, you gotta push, and you gotta make progress. But where do you draw that line of making progress where it becomes like irresponsible to make progress?
Gotta say, I sure do love the base camp slow roast, but
Definitely doesn't get us anywhere.
doesn't get us anywhere for sure. Like,
To me, it's all about not missing an opportunity, but also not like cost us in the future by doing something now because we feel this pressure that we should do something now. It's a balance, and you never know until hindsight.
I mean, I don't feel like we've seen enough red flags or heard enough red flags in the forecast to warrant completely not going up.
Yeah. My thing is the margin for error is slim.
I mean, maybe we go and whatever, if people aren't feeling it, we can go and place a cache at least. But definitely doing something. I personally don't want to sit here for the next 3 days.
It was the first day of a potentially 3-day weather window, and the plan is just to go to 13 camp.
I'd have the rope on your uphill side.
One thing we're checking out right now, and one thing that doesn't look super good to me, is the snow looks less like snow and more like ice.
It's not soft.
This looks so bad.
I think until we see a reason to not go any higher, we keep going. And the longer we climb, the more this is going to soften.
Yeah, but there is a reason to not, like, there is the don't you go until it doesn't make sense anymore. Like,
Yeah.
right now, it doesn't make sense to go to there. It's like pretty death defying to try and ski that pitch, which looks quite steep, very exposed in fall you die conditions with snow that is like barely edgeable. And skiers, very good skiers, have slipped and died there. That is so hollow.
I mean, if you're looking at it like, you know, you guys still want to try to climb this mountain, it makes sense to go higher. But if not, if you've already ruled it out, then yeah, let's go down, because there's no point in putting ourselves in hazard for no reason.
Because we know how windy, how shitty most of the snow is, how icy it's gonna be up there, we've already ruled out going to the top of the mountain. It's just not gonna happen in this weather window.
You know, I just hope that there's maybe a promising window after this next pulse of weather and we can stick it out, because if we ration our food properly, I think, you know, we have the time. But it's also one of those things, like, there's nothing around right here. That's the ocean, and so some weather can slam into us and just sit.
So what are you guys thinking?
Probably save our energy, Put our skis on, ski down, get back to camp, get our weather report, make a call from there.
See what this snow is like. I think we got a pretty good feeling, but
That looks bad.
the reality of big mountain skiing and riding is that you're sometimes just trying to survive. So rocky in here.
Wow, that's bad. All right, cool. Thanks, Alan. Have a good one. Bye. So you probably gathered from the way that the conversation turned that he sees nothing but storms for the foreseeable future. And like, he's like, it's not a matter of storm or break, it's a matter of intensity. And these storms have actually ratcheted up in intensity Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's what he's seen. The trend is like they're getting a little heavier. So I think we should really focus on our exit plan. What do you guys prefer? Do we gain more information, go high, go on an adventure with low probability of success, mean summit the success? Or do we figure out the lower piece of the puzzle for round 2 in the future?
If we don't think we have the weather to go up high and ski off the top necessarily, skiing the ocean is pretty cool. Like, that's a pretty grand adventure.
Well, it's about 9:30 in the morning. Pack enough to ski to the ocean. We need to move because these cloud banks are building and it's going to be potentially a whiteout on terrain we don't know, which is real bad. So, yeah, let's keep moving.
It already is. We took way too long to get going. It's gonna be, we could have done that a lot quicker.
We had to get off the mountain at that point, but we're also putting ourselves in a pretty dangerous situation by skiing the lower mountain when it was so warm. Our only hope of getting picked up before the storm was to haul ass. Fortunately, the clouds built up. What we're looking at is a bank, and somewhere over there is where we're going skiing. We still have 10,000 feet of mountain below us. We still have ski lines below us that we don't know, that there's no beta on, that there's no defined route down, and we don't even know about skiing that 10,000 feet and then getting to the ocean from there. What's that like? sea and didn't have a 70-pound pack, this would be super fun. What's that?
Can you see if it goes?
Yeah, I think it goes. Pretty sure it goes. No, I have it a little bit further and then down.
I'm just gonna like traverse a bit and see how it is, okay?
I just think we want to minimize our time spent in here, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to get off this mountain quickly before this thing falls down. And so we dropped into the second pitch, which is like right off the bat was 50 plus degrees into a 3,000 foot face, couloir. We're seeing kind of like old wet slide activity and just stuff that kind of feels like this is intense down here. Like, where are we going? At the same time, you also kind of just gotta go. Surprised we're dropping in here because I remember seeing like.
What situation are we in, boys?
Not a great situation.
Pretty serious, actually, right now.
Yeah.
Our tongue of snow has terminated into a waterfall. And this is just a fucking deteriorating isothermic choss pile that we're on.
These are these moments you kind of regret your decisions that you've made to this point to get to yourself into this situation. I'm not proud of this at all.
The realization hit how exposed we were above this cliff with a ton of hang fire above, you know, realizing that we needed to move quickly and we needed to make decisions quickly.
That's why I'm saying, like, well, maybe we check out like this low angle gully here. I think we get here and we can actually walk down this ridge somewhat easily. Like, it's not perfect, but it not terrible.
Let me know when you get to snow, because I'm gonna start moving. There's shit falling.
Now, just give me one more sec. You ever use an ice axe on choss?
I have.
Doesn't do shit. I'd say if everyone was concerned about being risky on the upper mountain, that was fucking sketchy.
The moment we got to the ridgeline, the first couloir, about 2 couloirs over from where we skied down, just ripped massive.
Holy shit.
Glad we're on the ridge.
So I don't like playing that close to the edge, because if you play that close to the edge, you're eventually gonna fall off. Gotta get out of here quick as fuck. I'm gonna go for a ski. We were out of danger for like the first time after the last 3-4 hours, and it was just like, oh, thank God. Like, you relieve that anxiety. And then, like, kind of one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen happen was the couloir we had just skied stepped down another 4 or 5 feet, and the largest avalanche I think I've ever personally witnessed that close ripped down it. Jesus. Oh, that's what we've been watching all day.
Basically, if we were in that couloir, we would have all gotten smoked straight up. No chance for survival.
There does seem to have been less.
So from there, I mean, the day wasn't over by any means. The route from Hayden Shoulder to the ocean to where we could get picked up by Paul and his plane was a 20-mile route.
There's a bear right down there. Pretty cool, but just in case.
Cool as shit. It scares the shit out of me. Cody's like, well, you know, seen plenty of bears. It's only a bit scary when you're camping with food, he said. And I'm like, well, we're gonna camp with food tonight, just down here.
So it's about 9 at night. We're gonna keep walking. We got 12 miles to get to where the airplane can pick us up. God, hell of a day. Broke down one camp, skied 10,000 feet, hiked another couple. Watching this blood moon rise. These are kind of the moments I really, 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 really love.
We actually might drop quite a lot of vert.
Yeah, we start kind of going down.
Because we're at 39. It's all downhill from here.
Well, except for
the uphill parts.
the other uphills.
Prêt? On y va?
Chop, chop.
Kind of a myth that you ski St. Elias to the ocean, or you ski and then trek.
Ah, yeah, buddy. Oh my God.
We're going down here somewhere.
Nice work.
I had a sneaking suspicion we were not getting picked up that night, which also matched up with that 7-day storm was about to hit. And I knew we were gonna kind of be bunkering down for a little bit. Little did I know how bad it was going to be. What happened at the beach?
What happened at the beach? Ah, the beach.
What's it doing right now?
It is something between a drizzle, a piss, and a light rain.
I feel like we're gonna be here for a few days.
Hey guys.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Hey. You guys are in a tiny tent.
And I always imagined that being stranded on a desert island would be a little different than this. Let's come to this
Well, Dan, what are we doing?
We're counting our food.
We're counting our food. We don't know how many days we're gonna be in the tents here. We just woke up and we can't be picked up, so we don't know. 3, 4, 5 days. So right now we are counting.
4 days of dinner.
4 days of dinner.
6 breakfasts.
Ooh.
I'm going on 20 hours straight in the tent, and according to the forecast, it does not look good. Don't have a book. Phone died 4 days ago. And so if you want to play the game that I've been playing, you stare at the tent wall here, and you just keep staring.
Blue! That's my boy. That's my boy, Blue! Come on, baby! Come on! Give us some sun!
Not getting to summit's always a little disappointing, but I also feel like for me, the journey is a lot of the experience, and being super lucky that I spend my life in the mountains. I sort of know that even if we had summited and skied down, like all the experiences we had along the way would be what you remember. Like maybe if we'd summited and skied off the top, I'd remember different things, but not really make it any less memorable.
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a bit of a letdown when you don't achieve your goal. But if you rolled up to these proud trophy lines and it was just full splitter right from the beginning and you nailed it and sent it, these kinds of things wouldn't be so special. They wouldn't be so memorable. You know, if it was that easy, you know, they wouldn't be these grand dreams, monsters in the sky. You know, you need something to keep you coming back year after year and keep you focused towards that.
I mean, it's a cliche because it's correct, but the mountain's always going to be there. You're the one that's not. So I'd rather go in to the mountains expecting to learn the mountain's lessons and to come away as a more complete human and relative to the mountains than with the #1 goal of summiting and skiing off. I'm pretty actually happy with it. You can have some of the best skiing and best adventure of your life. You only skied half of it. Makes me want to come back for the other half.